Is there any evidence for God? A simple way that we can see evidence for God is to remember the fact that design requires a designer. Every time you use your cell phone, you understand that some intelligent being had to design it to do all of the things that it does. It could not have come into existence on its own. Likewise, when we see things far more complicated than a cell phone, such as the human brain, the DNA molecule, the self-replicating living cell with its molecular machinery, or a butterfly, we can assume that these are the product of intelligence. Consider Mount Rushmore. The faces of 4 United States presidents are carved on the side of the mountain. No one looks at that and thinks that the faces were the product of blind chance. Likewise, when you look in the mirror and see your own face, you should realize that you are not a product of mere blind forces. That is not a religious conclusion. It is supported by all of the established facts of science. It is supported by the law of cause and effect. Indeed, the Bible says that men can know there is a God from the things he has made, and that men are therefore without excuse for not believing in him. Psalm 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." In fact, all you have to do to know there is a God is to consider your own body. Consider, for example, the human brain. The following statement is an excerpt from the article Thinking About the Brain by Dr. Don DeYoung and Dr. Richard Bliss from 2004, the Institute for Creation Research. Quote, "The adult brain weighs about 1,350 grams, just 3 pounds, yet it handles the information of 1,000 supercomputers. The fundamental unit within the brain is the neuron, or nerve cell. Each cell contains a nucleus and branching fibers called dendrites and axons. When a cell fires, it sends electrochemical impulses along its axon extension to neighboring neurons. Our brain contains about 10 billion neurons. During the first 9 months of life, these neurons form at the astounding rate of 25,000 per minute. Each neuron is in dendritic contact with perhaps 10,000 other neurons. The total number of neurological interconnections is on the order of 100 trillion. This number is equivalent to all the leaves on all the trees of a vast forest covering half of the United States. The total length of the nerve dendrites in an adult brain is over 100,000 miles. The brain holds at least 1,014 bits of information. Actually, it is a much greater number since the neurons also show intermediate firing states, somewhat like a light dimmer switch. The potential brain capacity is estimated as at least equivalent to that of 25 million volumes, a 500-mile-long bookshelf. The beautiful complexity of our brain contrasts sharply with all simplistic, secular attempts to explain it away. So the cell phone needed a brilliant mind, a brain, to design it. Are we to believe that the brain itself was without design? Our brain remains a frontier of science. We actually know very little about it, but what is known is overwhelming. In addition, every single neuronal cell within the brain contains 1 trillion atoms. This is like a microscopic universe within each cell, complete with order, purpose, and interdependence of components. The brain truly provides an ultimate design challenge for evolution. It should be a cause for humble praise in considering the wonder of the mind. It is a privilege to dedicate these minds to the Creator.